Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. Today I'm going to do a video about Jordan Miles. You are looking at Jordan Miles' face right now. Today I did an article about this brother on my blog, and I'll provide a link in the description box. The article will provide far more details than I can provide in this video. But basically, you have a situation where a brother was walking to his grandmother's house at night. He was talking on the phone, on his cell phone. He had his cell phone up to his ear, according to him, while he was walking home. And three plainclothes police officers jumped out of an unmarked vehicle. And according to Jordan Miles, these police officers asked Mr. Miles for money, drugs, and a gun. They asked him, did he have money? Did he have a gun? Did he have drugs? And, these strangers jumped out at him. These are three white men. And as you can see, Jordan Miles is a black man. So he began to run. And the police caught him and they beat him senseless. They beat him like a slave. And you see his injuries in these pictures. You see, the brutality that was inflicted upon this brother. Some of his hair was ripped out, his lip is busted, his eye is swollen shut. This is the kind of brutality that our people face in the streets of America at the hands of these police officers. It's important to note that Jordan Miles did not have a gun, he did not have drugs, he did not have anything illegal on his person. He was merely going to his grandmother's house. He did not commit any crime. But yet these police felt justified to beat this brother down. These white racist police officers. So his case, Jordan Miles' case went to trial. It was a civil trial for damages. They sued the police for false arrest and for excessive force. The jury returned a split verdict. They found the police officers liable for false arrests, but they did not find them liable for using excessive force. And this is not justice. And they rewarded the brother a small amount of money. And as you will see if you read my article, at the end of the day, the brother may not even recover anything after this verdict. In fact, he may end up paying those police officers attorney's fees. This is not justice. Here you had this brother beaten like a slave, and these cops get off. This trial took place before an all-white jury, and these three officers are white men. As I point out in my article, it's like a black man's word means nothing to the court. A black man has no credibility in the American justice system when his word is going against a white man's word. We saw this in the Michael Dunn trial, and we are seeing it here. Another brother being denied justice. Basically, that white jury said the police were justified in beating you. The police were justified in, brutalizing you and destroying your face. They were justified. That's what this white jury said. And they denied this brother justice. And as I talk about in my article, that's a constant problem. Every other day we hear about another brother beaten by the police or attacked and killed by some racist white person. And it's like, no matter what happens, this process continues from generation to generation to generation. The Panthers stood up in the 1960s against police brutality. And here we are in the age of Obama, and that is still a problem in American society. And it's partly due to the programming that we have been subjected to in this country. We have been programmed to see black people as dangerous, and black men in particular as dangerous. We are constantly bombarded with negative images of black men. We listen to the radio and we hear music about black men killing each other, music about black men selling drugs. We see those types of images in the movies. We see those types of images in the music videos. And we see those types of images on the news. You can't even turn on the news in the evening without seeing another image of a black man wanted for some crime, without seeing an image of a black man paraded across the screen in handcuffs. And this constant bombardment of negative images makes the public fear black people. It programs the public to assume that black skin is a badge of criminality. So when these kind of cases go to court, people automatically assume that the brother had to have been doing something wrong in order for the police to brutalize him like this. They assume that the police are justified in their actions. Well, I don't assume that. I don't ever assume that the police are justified, because I know that they have been prone to fabricate stories. And if you look on this channel, you'll see that I had a video where the police basically made up a story against a brother to frame him. And if it wasn't for the video cameras, they would have had this brother locked away for a crime he did not commit. So I don't trust the police. The police aren't there to protect and serve black people. They are there to patrol and control us. They are there to harass and abuse us. And that's exactly what they do. They are like overseers on the urban plantation. And enough is enough. We have to stand up. We need to demand that a federal criminal investigation be launched in this case. We need to do something. And my question is, black people, what are y'all going to do in the face of this type of injustice? We need to sign a petition demanding an investigation.
Black people, what y'all gonna do? Black people, what y'all gonna do? Black people, what y'all gonna do when you wake up and find that you're dead, with maggots and roaches eating the pus out of your prostituted minds and white deathly hands, massaging your hearts with red hot branding iron?